Okay, I think it's about 4:30. Is and the fuckery, I swear to God, I swear to God, I am so ready for the fuckery. I'm so ready for the good part. I'm so ready for the energy that is the wave of, I see it like, I don't know, kind of like a cartoon or something. I don't know, it reminds me like of a lollipop or something. And this energy, this colorful, beautiful energy, just taking off on this new wave, splitting off from all this darkness, pulling itself away. And the darkness gripping on with every bit of might. So, anyways, yeah, it's like some bullshit. And I swear, every time that they say, today's the day, we're going to just change instantly, everything's going to be great. You get up like, oh, yay, today's the day. And then gets up, it's just the same as yesterday. And in all night. One thing, too, is most of our night is about 10 hours. Like, we go to bed, like, at 6 o'clock at night. And then we get up at 4 in the morning or 3 in the morning. It depends. And so it's usually between 3 and 4. Today it was 4. And then go to bed like at 6. So we're getting a lot of sleep. Like, I'm telling you, the tent's pretty cozy, except for the pile on me. That's a little awkward. I moved the whole thing around. I moved everything around yesterday. And I didn't move the tent or anything, but I moved around inside of it. I keep trying to put my sleeping bag and stuff in a place where it's like, okay, maybe I won't. No, every time it's like, oh, well, we'll all lay this way and squash you. Don't worry, we can maneuver around. We can still get on top of you. It's like, oh my God, no wonder I wake up sweating all the time. So, like, I'm not even shitting you. I have to have just a tank top. Like, I can't wear these shirts, like, while I'm sleeping. I gotta take all this stuff off. It's so hot. Like, I got too many blankets. I don't know. And it's supposed to snow. And all motherfucking night long, I thought about this goddamn video. So I did a video yesterday morning. And yesterday morning I said, okay, I'm going to try and download it tonight while nothing's on and see if I can get it downloaded. So it was on my mind all night. I swear to God, I was dreaming it. I was watching it, everything. I was trying to move it with my mind. I was seeing all positive outcome. I get up 8%. When I put it on at 5, it was stayed at 0.00000. So finally at 9, I think I got up and I did something. Maybe I got up to go pee or something, and I looked at it, and it was at 1. I was like, well, that's some bullshit. And I was like, well, maybe she's still watching TV or something. Maybe when her TV goes off. And so then when I got up at 4, 8%. 8%. It's like oh, God damn. I swear to God, I appreciated that Ziply too, because I had Comcast, where it was taking me 4 or 5 hours sometimes to download it. Then when I got Ziply, I was like, hell yeah, man. I swear to God, I put my video on download. I go feed the dogs. I come back, it's downloaded. It's like, fuck, man, that's a jewel. I tried to get it to move over here, but they said, no, it's not available over here because it's that fiber optics, which I wonder if that didn't have something to do with why the ground felt like it was vibrating or something. I don't know. Like, and, but anyways, so I'm going to have to drive down there today, and I have no idea what to expect. Like, is it going to be another one of these things where it takes 10 or 12 hours? I'm going to charge my phone all the way and go, but oh my God, what a pain in the ass. To have to leave and go somewhere for 3 or 4 hours every day or every couple days to try and download it. It's like, fuck, I want to get this Starlink thing, but I can't in good consciousness go and, buy myself something when I owe somebody else money and they need their money. So I got to pay those things. So we'll see. Maybe some miracle. I'm always hoping for a miracle. I'm always hoping for the good stuff. I'm always waiting on the good stuff. It's like, but then it's hard because then I feel like sometimes I start building into expectation and become disappointed because I'm like, oh, it's gonna be, yeah, everything's about to go good, and then it just drags and drags and drags, and it's just like, fuck, man. And right now, like this, they got the fuckery going, man. It is so, I don't know. Okay, so what I see in our society, and two sides. We got the side that is so led. They're led by their virtue. They're led by this concept of self, of being better than everybody else. They're led by this bias confirmation kind of attitude, as they look for the information and give them back what they need. And but that's the thing, is you can take two people, look at the same situation, and they're going to see different things, because you're projecting into the situation. So you're projecting. It is what you're looking for. So you have this group of people who, it's just so funny, that the color and stuff, you know, because I don't know, the blue seems to be icy and cold and distant. It seems to be, yeah, it's like I see it like a ice village or something. It's cold. People are distant. They're scared of each other. They go in their own little place and start their own little fire and stay huddled up because they're scared. They're fearful. They don't know how to connect with other people. Lots and lots of them are on medications. They trust the science. That's big. They trust the science. But the science is creating distortion in their view. It's making them not be able to, they're questioning things because trusting the science is going to prove it can't be. And so it's showing a lot of people in the blue, but it just kind of creates confusion. But see, the media feeds into their virtuous, egotistical maneuver in this reality. Like, they try and feed that beast. And that's why you gotta be aware of yourself, man. You gotta be aware of your own monster inside, because they feed that beast. And that beast is, it's like it looks like the abominable snowman. And they're the creators of it. And it's so crazy too. It's like, they don't see Donald for who he is. They see a monster. And that's from in them. It's their own fear. It's their own, it's like a rejection of information. It's like they can't hear what you're saying because it doesn't feed into their program, and they need that program to run. And so that's why this is so much about this reprogramming, this breaking programs thing. So they got to run this program. And so they are kind of taking over social media. The thing with the red is they are so, because it's like the same kind of thing, but it's the other side. It's weird. But it's like they're the same way, but it's on this other side. Because they're just as fucking virtuous. Oh, they're the fucking, we've got Jesus on our side, dude. Like, we got Jesus. Y'all are fucking lost. Yeah. I just heard yesterday, while they're letting out the J6ers, that they're going to start letting out the people who had something to do with the pro-life thing, which I don't even know all of that stuff, but I'm sure, there's going to be more of a wave of the Christians trying to save the world that have been taken by the dark and held into prisons and stuff like that. So there'll probably be more wave of that kind of situation. But the red is just as virtuous, They're ego-driven. Jesus is the main character. They know their rights, and they're going to use them. They're not going to fuck around. If you're not on their side, you're not on the right side. And they look at people who are, this other thing is being immoral. Guess what? It's not immoral to be gay. It's not immoral. No. Like, talk to the universe about it. Don't talk to people who are on the Jesus script, because they're going to find are going to find a lack of their own compassion that was created to be shielded by Jesus. They've got their own biases they're writing. And this stuff is to break it down, the stuff that's happening, so you can see yourself. But people go more into, well, this is what's right, this is what's right. How the fuck do you know? How the fuck do you know? What's right for you is not right for me, and what's right for them is not right for you. What's right for her is not right for them. It's like, who's right are we talking about here? What's right for you, and the rest of us all need to take a knee to you? Is that how we need to do this? Because that's not going to happen. I'm not taking a knee to the government. I'm not taking a knee to... No, thank you. I'm a free sovereign soul. I'm my own orb. And you sit here and try to make all the other orbs mind your being part of yours. And I say, yeah, you got to mind your business. It's not up to you to create all the other orbs to be on your side. We all have our own side. When you look at the skies, are they just all melded in together to be one? You do have some that go in together to create a ship and stuff. But but that is like a group. They're still individuals. They still need each other to create what they're creating. And that is, a part of our problem, because we need each other to create, but we're just creating tension, fear, anger, resentment. And all that stuff has to come to the surface. And it's fucking propelling to the surface, man. So apparently, yesterday, I started seeing all this stuff about the Q Winterboots. And I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? Like, are they trying to create a revolution or something? Like, and they're talking in code? And I started sending some of those TikToks to Amy. And because she's always like looking at stuff too. And she had found some other ones. And so it was becoming clear, because then you start seeing all of the other side reacting to these videos. And so there's a lot more, I guess, on Twitter about it. And the Facebook, I guess, is overrun. But as I saw somebody saying, I can't even go on Facebook. It's horrible. People are just, it's just a crime wave of anger and tension and hatred. And then Twitter is all threats. And so now they're saying, go Luigi style. Just you go, you see a red, take them out. Okay, well, the prancing winter boot thing, and that's supposed to represent the ICE. So, but anybody who gets in your way, it's red. It's so crazy, because I had, at that one birthday party thing that I went to at the farmer ladies thing, and the one guy was sitting there, and they were all into church and Bible and stuff, and he was all just sitting there saying, yeah, anyone who we walk up on and they don't say the right thing, they are the blue, it's it's clean shot right there. That's what we're doing here. I was like, what in the militia the fuck is going on? I gotta get the fuck out of here. I tried to even talk to him, like reason with them or something, and it was like, oh, this guy's dead set. Like, this guy's a murderer. He wants to kill people. And he's looking for a reason. And you don't agree with me, you give me a reason. It's like, okay, well, that shows all everybody else too, but it shows you, should show you, what a primitive, low vibration, like, that's not the higher mind. It's just not. The higher mind is able to put itself aside and be able to come together with other energies to create something better. And it's the lower mind. It's the darkness. It's the darkness within. Everybody's carrying it, I'm telling you. If you're not actively trying to deplete your dark, then you're overrun with it at this point, I would say. And so, anyways, what is so absurd is these people who don't even understand who the ICE are taking. There's video now down at the border. It looks like a fucking, you got military helicopters coming in, jumping and running across the, like, it is a fucking, yeah, the revolution is going on, but it is, it's like the cleanup of the people who were allowed to come in here to kill us. And they're literal criminals. They're like, and they're rounding them up. They're not going. It's so weird. I don't know where these people, it's their narrative. It's their propaganda machine that gets them believing like, yeah, Donald's first reign of business is start going in people's homes and destroying their family, even though he's an immigrant family. And he's always been with these immigrants. So he's always had grandparents and family members in other places. He would have compassion and empathy towards that. And that's the thing, is that there's people who are blind to him having any empathy or compassion. All they see is the oligarch, the rich billionaire, this egotistical guy who says weird shit. When you listen to him, he's not saying weird shit. He's just being regular. And and he's trying to make sure that we see that people are blind. They can't see. They can't see the truth. And so they have, so these people are trying to start this revolution. But don't forget who's really leading it. It's like the same thing. I swear to God, I just said this. I mean, it's hard to say when my videos are so blah, 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 blah. But that I swear to God that, hold on, because now I just went blank as soon as I went off on the one thing. It's hard to stay on the same kind of thread thing. But, so the, so they, oh yeah, because the ants that were destroying all of Seattle, Portland, all the blue, I think it was 2021 or something. And it was when I was on Twitter. So it was during 2020. Because that was videos I saw. I mean, you saw that stuff live all the time. It was crazy. I saw that Rittenhouse whole thing a zillion times on there. It was like, yeah, it was quite clear that he was protecting himself. It was his name Zimmer? I can't remember his name. Anyways, he won a big court case. He won a bunch of money, but they arrested him too. So, but that's the way it was. I mean, they favor the side that's the destructive side, and the side that's the protective side is the side they're going after. That's why they go after him. Donald, he's trying to protect our rights, and the corporation wants to suck the life out of us. Oh yeah, because I saw this video yesterday. It was a guy, so we saw a tribe person, a tribe person that would have been considered a Native American, apparently. And he said, oh, guess what? We just found out Native Americans aren't really Americans. And I was like, the shenanigans just keep going, I swear to God. And yesterday, Donald was talking about the tariffs on Canada, and he was talking about a bunch of stuff with Canada and the money situation and stuff, and how we are just giving them money and paying for this stuff. And, you know, our tax money just doesn't go back to us. It goes out to everybody else, and everybody else takes advantage of it and takes advantage of us. But it's like we are the lab rats. Like we're in this corporate lab rat situation. And so we are there like their collateral or something. Like we have nothing to them. And but it's kind of like, as long as your soul allows that, that's the way it is. Once your soul doesn't allow that, but you have to wake up to discomfort, kinda. So Donald said, well, we could, we're open to Canada becoming the 51st state. I was like, that's so crazy, the 51st state. Wasn't that Hawaii? Wasn't that the big thing? Hawaii was the 51st state? That's what it was when I was in school. They said the 50th state was Alaska, which I think Alaska is occupied territory too. And, but I don't know all the detail, but the Hawaii, we definitely found out was occupied territory. Like all of the different paperwork and stuff started coming to the surface. when the shenanigans started over there. And the corporations just go in and the rich people just go in and take over and buy up the land and stuff like that. That's the colonization of these places. And then they make it where the people who are from there can't afford to be there. They turn them into homeless people and stuff. They say, no, you have to pay us to be here. And so, anyways, whatever's going on in Hawaii is still, you know, and you got to remember these are certain soul groups going through certain experiences. And so, yeah, I just thought, oh, that's interesting. So Canada would become our 51st state. I swear to God, he said that just on purpose, because I don't know what kids in school now, what they know about anything besides gender reassignment surgeries. I don't know if they know much more than, you know, what the rainbow has to offer. So I don't know what the hell they're teaching them. They're not teaching them cursive, and apparently AI can't read cursive. So, but they want people to not be able to read cursive because the old papers are in the cursive, so then they can tell them it says anything. Everything is a handicap us, and the people just play along and play along. I swear to God, if I had a little kid and they weren't teaching them cursive, I'd motherfucking teach them cursive. I'd make them read cursive all fucking time. You can't let people become stupider. They want to dumb us down. They want to make us fat, lazy, sick, and dumb. And people just go, yeah, well, that'd be a nice thing. Yeah, I'll just turn on the tube. Let's sit here and eat some food. It's like, that's not going to be good for you. So, anyways, so you got the blue people being used, but they've been being used this whole fucking time. I mean, it's embarrassing, and they don't even realize it. They're so led by their virtue signaling and thinking that they're saving the world, going against this demon and stuff. That well, they don't believe in demons and stuff. Going against this monster of a man. That but they're saving everybody. If saving is from the Handmaid's Tale. Yeah, yesterday I saw a woman and she was showing like Ivanka, the daughter, at the whatever that thing was, the past ceremony that just happened, and one of her friends, I guess, because they were walking together, and then they were showing clips out of the Handmaid's Tale where it's like the same outfits. The woman who is the rich woman who uses the surrogate, she was wearing the outfit that the daughter was wearing, and the other person was wearing the peasant clothes. And so the people are all like, see, they're putting it right in our face. Oh my God, we're in the Handmaid's Tale. I was like, God damn. It's so absurd too. All these people who have been fighting for their rights to remove that's not even a baby. You're crazy. That's science in there. That's a fucking cell. It doesn't matter. I can kill it if I want to. Because they have no connection to the spiritual side of the world. So they, those people, yeah, their worst fear. I'm going to become a Handmaid till they're going to force me to carry a baby. Some motherfuckers. And so anyways, in this person's comments, I couldn't help myself. They definitely haven't answered, but I said, question is, in a place where they are actively reducing the population by 3/4 of the amount, and they can make babies in labs and clones, why would you think that this is what they're going to force women to, like, you guys, come on, see through the distractions. You got to see the truth. They don't give a fuck. They got your DNA. They got what they need. You all sent in your 23andMe. They got your shit. They don't need your body as a womb. They fucking got artificial ones. Not only that, they take as many people as they want and just put them into labor homes, you know, where you're just there as a womb. And they've got those women, you know. That's been going on a long ass time. This isn't some like, oh, they're going to do it now. You guys are so fucking lost in your science. I swear to God. So, anyways, yeah, I was like, this is absurd. They're actively murdering us. And y'all think they're going to just pick it. Oh, keep that one over there. Yeah, keep that. Yeah, we're going to make sure she has baby. They're actively attacking your reproductive system because they want you to rely on the lab-made babies. But y'all just keep on thinking. Yeah, they're going to force you, the rich ladies who don't want to have a baby, are going to force you to be their surrogates. And this is, you know, the biggest fear in our world. Oh my God. It's like I would be fearing more about the poison that you're breathing in and drinking and eating every day. And the fast moving cancers and stuff like that. That's what I would probably be a little more focused on, but whatever. This is everybody's own this is everybody's own realities coming into your view. And I sit back and I look at a lot of realities and I think, that's absurd. That's not rational. That doesn't seem real. That doesn't seem like these people know what the fuck's going on at all. So, yeah, that's crazy. And then you got the anger and the bitterness and the fucking arrogance of the, you know, Jesus team. We got, you know, yeah, we're the winners here. It's like yesterday, and yeah, this is just like, you know, side note, because yesterday I was talking about the storms and stuff like that, and what was it? It was something, because the fires and everything. And I was saying, you know, about the artificial stuff and what they're doing and everything. And my mom's, well, you know, I believe in the Bible. And the Bible said at this time that the earth was going to give massive storms and stuff. And I said, yeah, that's going on too. But there's more going on. Well, no, it's just what the Bible says. But okay, conspiracy theorists. And so it's just like, that's what I mean. It's like a restriction in your, it's like they give you half the story. Here, we're going to give you half the book, but we're going to tell you how it ends. Here's, you read this, and this is, you got the truth right there. It's right there in front of you. Okay, I don't trust these people. They're not going to give you the truth. They're not going to tell you something that's going to help you. They're going to create a narrative. They're going to create division. And they're going to feed your ego. And they're going to feed it with dark energy. They're not going to feed it with the light. They're going to bring everything that is bad in you out to the surface. Everything that is rotten inside of you is going to be out on the surface. But in the beautiful part of life, in the light part, that's when you get to see it. It's come to the surface. It's in the light now. You can see it. But you got to look at yourself. And that seems to be a real hard thing for most of the people. They just got to look at everybody else and be like, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. And so, yeah, you know, as all this stuff plays out and it's just so intense and shaky and stuff, it hasn't done its thing yet. So we got more to go. All you gotta do is just pay attention to the people and what's going on and know what the goal is, know what the end game is. And there's a lot to happen in between, because there's a lot of stuff that souls are going through to go in these full circles to really get this. And so there's things that are playing out, lots of things that are playing out, but everything is about being able to see what's inside of you and bringing it to the surface. And so many people are just so resistant because they're just so busy fighting the other side. And so I saw a bunch of spiritual videos yesterday, astrology ones or whatever, that said that 24th, 25th, this big planetary alignment was going to create this huge shift. It was going to split the two distinct patterns apart. And so this pattern of divisive, you're wrong, I hate you, let me catch you outside, yeah, well, I've got boots on and I'm gonna, you know, all of this. But these people who, man, I still swear to God, I am not able, okay, because I really don't want to be sounding like, but in observation, the Safeway that I go to is very progressive, let's just say. Like, very, very progressive. Everybody who works there, I would say probably not one single one of them claims to be straight. Let's just say that. It's very obvious. It's very, I don't know. It's It's weird. It's weird to go in a Safeway and all the people. It's like, what? They've all got like crazy, like it's crazy. And it's like, oh, look at this progressive corporation, like hiring these young kids, and they're just like, and they're all so void of personality or something, unless they think with each other, but they seem to just go past each other a lot. But it's like, that's what medication does. Like, y'all gotta get off your diagnosis, get off your medication, find your personality. Yeah, you can be weird as you want to be, like, but yeah, you gotta get comfortable with yourself, you know. And we're all weird, like we're all a little weird, you know, because we're not the same. So of course, somebody who's different than you is gonna be a little weird, but we're all a little weird, you know. There's not something that we need to conform to be not weird. And so that progressive kind of, it's so weird how it's like this whole grocery store. But there's a couple people who just look regular, but I'm not even kidding you. Like, it's weird. And it's so weird is because a lot of these people, you know, with all these piercings and shit all over in their face, their hair hanging in their eyes and stuff like that, wouldn't have usually got jobs. Which is so strange because there's so many people out there looking for jobs. So I don't know. Is it what people will put up with? Is it like, I don't know. It's just a lot of weird shit, man. And so the group of people have already been, you know, wagged around by the dog with the flag thing. Like, I still say that there's people who, they're going to be, like, he's already brought up about the situation that I was talking about a minute ago in 2020 with this same group. This group of people don't know that they're being led by a group that is to keep them in this divisive state. Like they don't yearn to get along with everybody. They just want to feel like that they're the smartest. They're the best people. I have been having so much coughing, crazy coughing too. And it is the fog in the agent were, oh my God, it's bad over here. I thought it was bad by me. It's fucking bad over here too. So bad. I am not seeing so much orange. God damn. And you try and say something to anybody. No. It's like, this is chemicals we don't want to be breathing. This is what's making us sick. And it's like, well, I don't know. Oh my God. So anyways, so those people who, I'm sure there's going to be more footage even probably of them, you know, when they were taken down and painting and tipping over fucking monuments and shit. Like, you know, they haven't faced that yet. And so then they went into, you know, the flag and the flag burning and the march into the streets of, you know, like that would, I'm pretty sure, be under the description of TREASON. So, yeah, I would, but their arrogance doesn't allow them to see that or something. Some of them are gonna, I think, probably, especially some of the people who are more up in the top tier of the movement, you know, it would probably be a whole visual, it would be a whole thing that will play out. And that will cause the fear and tension probably in the other people, like, oh my God, you know, we could have had this happen to us. Like, I don't know that every single person, because some of those ones, you know, they had all these people, but they're wrapping their heads and carrying these out. It's like, you guys, like, what the hell? Like, you guys don't seem to understand how this stuff works. I don't know what the fuck they're teaching them in school. I swear to God. So then, or they just taught us something different. Don't forget, I come from that time where they were pushing us on the morals. I swear to God, they were so scared of us that they were like, oh, you're going to go to hell. You're going to have the morals. And all of a sudden, it was like the 80s. Well, you don't need morals. What do you need morals for? Just get a line of cocaine and go have fun. It's like, it's a little crazy out here. And so, but you got to have it inside you. You got to have what's right inside of you. And so people are lost. They're lost. And maybe some of these people are been here for a long time in this prison thing that people talk about. And they are really lost. And that's why a lot of people came in to try and help wake them up. I don't know. We got to just keep watching how shit plays out. So the, but now they're being led to make threats, and this is an act of a treat, like, hey, just, that's so crazy. So anyways, yeah, that's all got to play out. And they're gonna, I don't know, we'll see what happens this weekend, because there will be the ones who I think they will go in and try and create this revolution, this battle, and it's going to go in some of these big cities. It's going to go in these places where the ICE is at, where a lot of these instigators are at and stuff. It's gonna, I think, this weekend is probably going to be wild, and who knows if we're going to be able to see, but if these people are going to go in and try and fight these people who are trying to remove the people. And they started it too with this whole thing, like, back in the long time ago, what was that called? Underground Railroad thing. So they're trying to create like an underground railroad to try and, save the grandmas and grandpas who are here illegally and stuff. It's like, people who want to be here with their families and stuff, they're going to have opportunity to go and become whatever. But all this stuff is going to be changing what our concept of citizenship is. And we're going to all start seeing like the holes in all this shit. And it may really end up being that Canada and America end up being like North America or something. It could end up being, that we are just, we can go in and out of there, like it all becomes kind of like a big immersion of a place. That could very well be. And there's something, well, I thought one thing that was funny too is he said, and we'll have better medical than you guys, because it's always been thought that they've got free medical. It's so good, they're so lucky and stuff like that. But no, that was just government control, because people who were sick couldn't be seen. People were sick and dying. They couldn't get in to see the doctors. So yeah, it was a facade. Yeah, we're going to give it to you for free, but try using it. So that became a big thing when there started being, there's a lot of people who are dying of cancer waiting for doctor's appointments. So, and the thing too with medical, because one thing is Donald is riding a path, he's like on this delicate tightrope, because he's got to keep it where he sounds sane over the things that are happening, but there's other things that are happening that are going to catch us. And so the medical is going to go way different. It's going to go way more about you taking care of yourself, you using your mind and stuff like that. There's going to be, but we're going to have to go through like a lot of detoxing and stuff. There's a lot of people who are super, super sick from not taking care of themselves for so long. And it's hard to take care of yourself when you don't have any idea. And the medical's misleading you and just putting you on prescriptions or making you sicker and stuff. So, it's not like, oh, they're all so stupid. Like, that's not what it is. They're just misled. They're trusting the wrong people. They're surrendering their health to what the experts say and stuff. But all that is falling apart, because a lot of people are like questioning things because stuff is so absurd. There was a horrible one of a woman who went in to have a baby, and I don't remember where it was, Missouri or something, and she was saying, do not go to this hospital. And she tells her situation happened. It was fucking extreme. And these people that are working in hospitals and stuff right now, they're lame-os. They're just like, they're not the top. They're not the creme of the creme. They're not like it's like It's bad. And nobody knew what the fuck they were doing. Nobody was her nurse. Nobody would help her and everything. Nobody was doing anything to help her baby. And her baby died. And they all just sat around looking on TikToks and stuff. The doctor wouldn't come in. Then they started trying to do all this autopsy and take all this stuff and try and blame it on the baby. And the baby has some weird genetic disorder. No, they weren't doing. He had hypoglycemia. They weren't doing what they were supposed to do because they were a bunch of lamos, didn't know what the fuck they were doing, and they were too busy on TikToks and making TikToks and shit. And it's just like, God, she would have been better off having a doula or something, having her baby at home and having somebody there with her, and then doing the stuff yourself, like seeing what your baby needs and doing it. It's all so sad and frustrating to watch all this stuff play out. And but yeah, so they're telling the Native American, like, if this thing is true, which made sense to me, like, you're not really an American. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. You're occupied territory that you guys didn't have the battle to fight for the land, and so you just got moved over into the corner, and then they threw you some stuff to kind of keep you quiet, which you didn't throw much. Like, reservations are treated like ghettos, so and then they blame it on the people. It's like, it's an occupation. It's the colonization. It's this, and then to be like, oh well, you're not going to be American. Who gives a fuck? America is a corporation, and we want to go into this other territory thing or whatever, because there's going to be all these things are going to be shifting. All land masses are going to be changing. Our distinction of what we are and who we are is going to be changing. How we live is going to be changing, and our restrictions. They're not going to be able to do all these restrictions. As the government falls apart, who's going to be saying you can't go there, you can't go there? No, you're Scottish. You're not allowed to leave Scotland. You better stay in Scotland. You got to have papers. You got to have it okayed with the government. Where are you going? How long are you going to be there? What are you planning on doing there? All their fucking bullshit, man. No, that's ending. That's ending. There's no, I mean, it's absurd. If somebody's fucking questioning us like that. Like, we are free range. We are nomadic. We get to do and go where we want to go. That is part of our birthright. And anybody else who's trying to restrict us, that is the battle. Will be no restrictions in this part where we go to. When we go into this other, when we're dead ass in the age of Aquarius, it's not going to be like this kind of, show me your papers and you're not allowed here, you're not allowed there. We're going to be a lot more, but it's got to go through a lot of stuff to get there, because there is so much divisiveness. There's so much like groupings who think they've got all the answers. So, you got to do what we say because we know, especially the red, like, I mean, once they got the holy man on their side. If you're not listening to the holy guy, it's like, you guys don't even, like, your holy guy is not the guy I'd listen to. Like, your story is distorted. You got to go into the story with open ears, open mind. Not like, this is it, this is the truth. You got to look at things more questioning, or they trap you in their lies, in their deceit. And so, anyways, we still have all that to play out. So it's not like, next week we're going to all be free roaming. No, they're going to have to go through steps to get us there. I just know at some point, yeah, they're not going to be able to tell us where to go and when to go and any of that stuff. We're going to be a lot more free agents. We're going to be a lot more getting to decide where it is that we want to be and how we want to get there and stuff. But it's kind of like, before that happens, it's like they've got to get the morals inside of the people. Otherwise, we're just creating more immigration problems, more for all the countries. All the countries are overridden with all of this, It's like, how did they override so many countries with all these people? Where are all these people? Like, is their place empty? Like, why don't we all go there? Their country's empty, and they're all in all of ours. we'll just go over there to theirs. And one thing too is when they keep on, to me, this whole thing about keeping the homeless and stuff dependent on the government for resources, keeping them trapped in the cities, whining and crying, standing on the corners, begging people for money, pounding on the doors, looking for resources, looting, stealing. It's like, it's so simple. Like, all you guys got to do is band together, go out and start working together as a team, put up some buildings, cut down some trees if you have to, build a fucking cabin out of trees like they used to, and get out there and fucking dig in the land and plant some seeds, and you got food. Like, it's so weird. How do they keep people so dependent? It is like the people have lost their independence. They've lost their being able to see what they're capable of. And like, food is seasonal. Like, you can go out and grow. My stomach is growling like crazy. That you can grow out and grow food. Like, it's so crazy. And even, like, I was talking about this with my mom yesterday, and she said, yeah, but with all the stuff that they're doing, it's, you know, it may be a long time before we can grow food again. So then we put up greenhouses and we go out and find some good soil. It's like, no, like, we are human. We are intelligent beings, and we can figure it out. And we're not just human. We're fucking orbs. Don't forget that. We are the very energy of the universe. We can figure it out. We can go out and we can make shit happen for ourselves. Sitting here whining and crying as somebody takes something away from you, and then whine and cry until they give it back, is absurd. And so that just shows the dependency in our civilization of what has happened to people. It's like they've just become like zombies, sitting there pounding on the door, holding signs, please, somebody feed me, somebody feed me. I see these videos on TikTok all the time. Please, somebody feed me, somebody feed me. Yeah, and it's not fun, you know, and I feel like I'm fucking fortunate as fuck to have a garage to be in. And I know that not everybody does, and it would be awkward, you know, but when you're down there in these tent cities and you're with these people all the time, to start being like, you know, we got to do something different. We got to make a plan. And it's not to overrun the guys, it's to take care of ourselves. It's to get the fuck out of these cities and go out into some places where, you know, and band together with somebody who's got like a pickup and get some stuff to get out there. You know, if you're going to steal some stuff, go steal some sheds. Go dismantle some sheds and some empty houses. Move those out there. But now things are going to start going in another direction, you know, because already Donald is already over in North Carolina. So I went to look at the doomsday map yesterday, because I was like, okay, so if he's over there and he's saying we're going to build this back up and we're going to make it better. We got the, what are those guys called? The engineer, the army of engineers and stuff like that, going over there to figure out what to do and start creating new streets and bridges and all that stuff, is so I looked, and so on the doomsday map, so Mississippi goes down, and so down in Louisiana is gonna be gone, and a little bit of Texas right there, and I couldn't read all of the different ones, and I don't know exactly where everything is right there. So North Carolina and South Carolina are right on the coast part. And it looked like that the parts that are going to be underwater were the more lower parts. It looks like it's just like the mountain ranges that are going to be still there. And that's going to be on a lot of parts. And so, I don't know, I'd be curious to kind of watch, because I would think that they would be building up higher in the mountain part. And he already had made mention that he had told them to empty those, drain those dams 7 years ago or something, and that they didn't, because they're using them as weapons. So anyone who has a bunch of dams around, that, you know, they're being used as weapons. And so anyways, they aren't right by the Mississippi. They're over here. So Tennessee, Alabama, and Kentucky and stuff are over here. So I don't know all of the different ones, because when you look at the map, you can't read the stuff online. It's all like blurred, But you could put it over a regular map, you know, if you want to see. Like if you're in that area and you want to see if yours is going to be affected. But so over there on the North Carolina part, there's going to be parts that are going to be built back up apparently, but it is but I don't think it would be down in the lowlands. And I don't know, like Asheville, if that, it was kind of like in a valley or something. I don't know. We'll just have to see as things play out. Because it's not like a soul can tell another soul. You got to go by your own instincts. And so if your instinct is to build here, and then another storm comes in and wipes your place out, or the water rises and wipes your place out and you die, that is because you were always supposed to go. It only can go the way it's supposed to go. You can't go any other way. But when you're sitting there going in and saying, well, you can't have what you want, you can't go and follow your instincts, you need to follow mine, then you're creating an entanglement. Because then you're telling that soul to depend on what your insight is, and for them to do what you think is right. And that is, so that would be an entanglement. And somebody in charge has to be aware to not create their own entanglements. And so when he's going and having meetings and stuff, I'm sure he's talking to the people. I don't know that he could just go in there and say, well, you know, in Looking Glass, and you got to look at these doomsday maps, and you got to see, like, that the earth is changing, it's going to be underwater, because some people are meant to go. They're not meant to stay. And he has said that the whole time. The ending's not for everybody. And people have different things that they're playing out. They're ending their different storylines in different ways. So, anyways, I don't know. It just seems kind of weird. Like, would they really waste that much money and go build all this stuff back and put all this money? But this, I think, is where we're going to start seeing the money that is going to start going back into communities. Because he said, we're going to build back the people's houses way better than they ever were. So he has intention of dumping, and that's what this whole thing with the gold standard thing, the Nasara Gasara, is all the money that goes back to humanity. It's the Jubilee. It's the flipping of the wealth. It's like the people who were super wealthy are losing theirs, and the people who didn't have much are gaining. It's like the coin is flipping. I'm not saying every single person who has money is going to lose everything, but, you know, Ryan Reynolds, he seems to be, but it's going to be their own, it's like their own ego, their own drive. It's going to drive them right off the end of the road or something, because now all this stuff is coming out with Ryan Reynolds, and apparently he's even going after smaller accounts that are talking about it, like he's pulling a J-Lo. He's going all J-Lo on him now. And because he's being exposed, because he tried to put on a persona of being this super nice guy. But his exes, like, what is her name? The singer, I can't see, I can see her. I can see her name kind of, Alanis Morissette. So, Alanis Morissette, she was together with him a long time ago. So stuff she said. And then Scarlett Johansson and stuff she said. And so, you know, he's known to be ego and controlling and stuff like that. But to the rest of the world, you know, he wants to be like the nice guy, the funny guy, the happy-go-lucky. Wants everybody to see him as like the hot dude. And so he, so then he gets together with Blake, what's her name? Blake? Was that her name? Blake? So he got together with this girl who's in this movie with this guy. And she had just had a baby. So she's got the extra weight on and stuff like that. And which you see all these girls just ridiculing her outfits and stuff. And talking about how horrible she looked. She did wear some weird clothes, but I don't know. She's always been kind of gossip girl fashion. So she, so anyways, so there's all of this footage, these dailies or whatever, the videos that were on that thing. I guess maybe it's how they get bloopers or something. I don't know. They just have the cameras rolling. And so you get these interactions with the actors and stuff. And so she was texting with them and stuff too. And I guess apparently Ryan got really jealous and he started going on set and stuff. He started putting into control, started kind of bullying this guy. Like, I'm the bigger actor, I'm the rich guy, you're just a peon, you're nothing. And this other guy, though, is real nice. He's quite of the light. Ryan shields behind the dark. And so so now it's coming out in all of these dailies and so these little video clips and stuff is Blake is her name, I think. It is been flirting. She was flirting with him. She was like really caught up, and she seemed to be kind of connecting with him, which apparently Ryan is warm to connect to. He's more controlling and stuff. So he went in and started doing all this control in the movies. He started doing like rude stuff too. He created a character, this other something Pool. I don't know. He's done some really shitty things. So anyways, they started this lawsuit on this Justin guy, but he's flipped it back on him now, and he's delivering all sorts of evidence, and they are now backpedaling and freaking out. But now people are saying, no, it's Ryan Reynolds is the instigator of all this out of his jealousy and control. And I said a long while ago there was something weird about them, and I knew there was going to be weird shit that was going to come out, because the way he is he's so corporate. So yeah, I'm not surprised at all there'd be more stuff coming out on him. So anyway, that stuff, but that is where, you know, the dark is no longer going to shade people. And so he's worth like 600 million or something, and the other guy's worth like 3. But the other guy's going to win the lawsuit because he's got all the evidence that's coming out, and there's going to be more disclosed in whatever this part of the court thing where you have to show all your evidence. That's what they keep trying to get in all these different things, is get the evidence to be shown. And so now this evidence is going to be shown, and it's going to flip the narrative. It's going to flip over on the dark. The dark is going to keep having everything flip over on them. When people are using the dark as a mask, as a shadow, as a place to hide, because the dark has been so prevalent. But the dark is ick. And when you are of the dark, and you feed off of it and you use it, then it's just ick. And so it's no longer going to be there. It's all going to start falling apart. And so it's going to start showing people for who they truly are. And anyway, so there's going to be more and more of all of the exposing of different people and characters and stuff. And the other character, too, that is starting the new Hollywood is Jon Voight. I'm surprised he doesn't have James Woods in there, because James Woods has been so supportive of this movement as well. Roseanne. Like, there's a few people who have really put themselves out there. So definitely Mel Gibson, Jon Voight, and now who is the other one? Now I keep thinking, there's always this one that I can't remember, but Jon Voight was the one I think I couldn't remember the other day. And it's supposed to be Warner Brothers or something is starting it somewhere in Nevada. So they're going to continue the entertainment, but it's not going to be manipulative, which they just put out this new movie. And then they put it out, because the award thing is to award, it's all bullshit. And so their award thing, now they've put this movie for 13, or this one actress for 13 awards or something. So people were going in to see what the hell is this movie. And because they're pushing so hard, and it is absurd. It's more of their propaganda bullshit. Fucking cartel guy who's transitions into being a woman, and it's all propaganda. It's all to make us look at things in a certain way. And so that part of the entertainment is going to fall apart. That it's going to be more wholesome and more, I don't think we're going to have to be forced into voyeurism of all this sex content and all of this, always trying to lead us into this progressive movement of lacking gender identity and stuff like that. So there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff that'll gonna keep falling apart and stuff. But yeah, all these people are talking about this award thing because it's absurd. This is a movie nobody has gone to see, nobody knows anything about and stuff, but it's to push propaganda always. That's all they fucking do. So I mean, think there, because I'm running out of time. I can't even believe how long these fucking videos take to download. So I'm gonna go up there, drive up there this morning. It's supposed to snow next week, so I don't know how bad that storm will be, if that will affect me being able to go. So what I'm going to try and do at this point, so today's Saturday, so what I'm going to try and do is Monday, Wednesday. Wednesday, it seemed like it went faster, so I don't know if Thursday's a day that everybody down, like, I don't know. I mean, it just makes no sense to me. And you know, and that guy at T-Mobile, he just seems like he's just reading off a script. Well, it's because of this and this and this. Now your phone's running great. Oh, well, there's plenty of, you know, got towers out there. And no, it's just the YouTube. They're just, you know, they're overrun. That's why. It's like, well, that's crazy because I can go in one place and I'll be going fast. I go to another place and I'll be going slow. So how's that YouTube? Like, I don't think so. And so I think it's, I don't know. I think the towers are bullshit. I think it's all fucking bullshit. And even when I'm in town, it's like it's like this energy, this Wi-Fi that's running around us. I don't know. I think that there's a nefarious thing I think about those tall things out there. I think it has more to do with an interference. I think those have more to do with the ripples in the sky. So, I don't know. You know, we're just trying to figure out all the bullshit. But yeah, there's just too much stuff. You could be right next to one of those motherfuckers and you won't, 2 bars, 1 bar. I've been out traveling all over the place, been right next to those things, and it does not make one bit of difference over how much Wi-Fi you're getting. So yeah, there's some shenanigans. And when you go to the phone place and they're trying to tell you about those things, it's like, I don't know that you know what those things are doing out there. Like, you just seem to buy into whatever you're being told. I'm just not like that. I don't care. Call me a conspiracy theorist. I don't give a fuck. I mean, question everything because it's bullshit. Everything is fucking bullshit. And it's all fucking lies. I mean, now to come and tell you're not really an American. Well, thank you, Lord Jesus. Like, now, you know, you're free to, I don't know. It's just crazy how to just watch how everything's going to play out. And Donald's going hard. And then I saw this person, well, didn't he say day 2 he was going to bring up the drones? It's like, dude, this guy is going hard on everything. He's just not going to stop. And he's got a whole team. Like, Elon could be the one who's going to be, he's got all these people who are here to bring things out, to show us the truth and stuff. So you got to be paying, there's a lot of stuff. It's going to be like a storm, you know, of a lot of things happening and being exposed. So, yeah, I mean, and maybe, you know, some of this stuff with the extra people in the sky is going to reveal itself. Maybe, you know, he's just trying to get us ready for the big reveal. He's trying, you know, I don't know. You just got to keep watching because there's a plan. The universe has a plan and it's in motion. And so we just got to keep watching it play out. But you can read the energy and you can see, like, you know, all these people are still very divisive. And then, you know, these people saying that that's the split. The people who want to stay divided and argue and fight with each other, they're going to go in one direction and really battle it out. And then the other people who are all about unity, community, love, like, they're going to go in a different direction. And I don't know if it's going to be like we're going to start going into healing. Like, I don't know. Like, I definitely think, like, yeah, like, we're not going to all be involved. Like, you know, these people are just warring with each other over who's right and who's wrong. And warring over who should be leading and who shouldn't be leading. And it's like, we're moving into such a different thing. And I can't even tell you how many times I've seen Donald just over the last few days say, too, about getting rid of the federal government. Like, we don't need, we need the money to come from the states. The governors need to be able to clean up their own messes. The states need to be able to take care of themselves and stuff like that. And he was talking to Newsom yesterday. Newsom was like, well, yeah, but we're going to need some federal money on this. But see, all of this federal thing was to create this vacuum for their laundry. So it's, that's why it's got to go smaller. So we're there for each other. We're building real community, not this, you know, authority over us that's here to wreck our lives instead of save our lives. But anyways, so all this stuff is going to keep playing out, and he's going to push for us to go more community and smaller government. The other people are going to keep trying to make him look a fool, like he's not giving what he needs and stuff like that. But yeah, that whole creation of that federal system was to just, you know, make us have to be ruled. The ruler is just taking over. So he's, you know, dismantling that. So just keep that in mind too as you watch the stuff play out. So anyways, yeah, I think that, I hope that we start getting, you know, when you've been doing this work and working and stuff like that, and you can see through all this bullshit. It's like, yeah, there's got to be a door opening somewhere up here. Like, there's got to be a way that we, you know, let them play it out. Let them play it out. But, like, when do we get to start having the good stuff? So, I don't know. I feel like I'm just hoping that this planetary alignment does start opening doors so that we do start having some good stuff. So, anyways, but there's the good stuff on my tooth. Look at this motherfucker. Like, seriously. Like, oh my God. That is so fucking, it's so fucking cool. Like, yeah. And, I just can't recommend it enough. There was like a couple of times where it was like that nerve pain for a second. Like, you take a drink of something, it's like, oh shit. And then, that was only a couple of times. And I still baby it. Like, I'm still not like chewing down on it. I'm still like being careful. Because it's tender. It's like, you know, when you scrape your knee and it's tender. So it still feels tender. Still feels like it's healing. Doesn't feel like it's all like, but Jesus Christ, look at that. That is crazy. And just think of some of you guys that were like, well, you better just get in there and get that taken care of. That's bad. Look at that. It can be that bad. It can look that bad and turn into that. Like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, trust yourself, trust your body, trust your mind, trust your instincts and stuff. And, you know, I think that's what we're learning how to do. Besides that, remember what our main thing is learning how to love yourself. Because it can be difficult. And we are witnessing, like, people would rather be on medication than learn how to love themselves because people hate themselves. So we're learning how to love ourselves. And we got to learn how to love everyone. That's a big problem. And to learn that we have an effect on our day. That we can learn how to have a good day by how we look at things. And so that's what we're here to learn. How to love ourselves, love everyone, and how to have a loving day because it's totally up to us. So anyways, I'm going to go down there and get this one going and hope to talk to some of you guys later on today. Talk to you later. Bye. Oh yeah, and I didn't say Monday, Wednesday, and then I think Saturday is what we're going to aim for going and downloading. So anyways, so hope to talk to you soon. Talk to you later. Bye.